Okay. Okay. The man that said he doesn't understand, is he online?
Amos, he will join us.
Okay. So it's very simple. 0.01. If it is giving you whatever 0.01 is giving you, multiply it by 10. That is what 0.10 will give you. Multiply it by 100. That's what 1.00 will give you. So
Okay.
the question is, if 0.01 is giving us $5, 0.010 will be this times 10.
Okay. So 1.0 will now be 5 times 100.
1.0 will now be 500.
Oh, Jesus.
You see
Toby,
that now?
I wish Toby is around now. Òun ló ń máa ń
You
lo
send
àwọn love
the
size
thing is,
burúkú
I would advise that this thing, Omawa, too heavy when you're sending it to the group. I'll send you
No.
a link where you can convert it,
Okay.
reduce the size.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
To reduce the size.
Okay.
That's also.
That it will make it easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Thank
that is all for today. Is there any other thing you want me to explain, sir?
you.
At least
Not really.
basically,
But this
these are the
will
things they
solve
need
a
to
lot of
execute
problems,
trades.
and further questions can be asked. As many that would like to really learn
Yes, of course.
Forex trading as a whole, they will have to like signify, like put their interest. Then
Talk to you.
We will
Private
now
chatting.
arrange a boot camp for Forex trading. It will not be for signal using. That time we will have to look into analysis,
No.
look into every other thing. So, but that will come at a charge on its own, as it will require the help of professionals. So, and they will get materials as well. So,
Yeah, okay, that will not be a problem.
yes.
That will not be a problem.
Yeah.
So let me know whenever people are beginning to show interest. But this is my advice. It's not be good if you're having one person, two person now to learn. It's better we can have a window, like okay, when we are up to 5, then we can start learning. So we know that we are training 5 people at a go instead of training people one.
The training, we will give offers to people. What we want to do is just give them the opportunity to at least make something from the market first. Then from there they develop they develop the interest to learn more. Then at least the resources they will need to learn more, they would have gotten it from using the signal. At least I want to trade. Last week we traded signal and virtually all of us went home with gain.
Yes. The goal of the market is you might not be making profit of all the signal, but the goal is at least at the end of every day,
with something.
If 5 signal is being sent, we have assurance of at least 4 of it
to eat profit.
So at the end of the day, you always in profit, and at the end of the week, you should always end in profit, plus or minus.
Yeah.
So don't feel bad when some of the trade goes on the loss. Accept it. It's part of the game. It's part of the game. We lose some to make some.
Yes, now normal. No way we will not go lose money.
Please, so I just sent her back now.
Abis, what we are talking on is that we are giving opportunity to people to make at least some money from the Forex market to be able to establish themselves in Forex trading. At least if you are able to make some money from the signal, you will be able to keep some money for proper training in Forex. I hope you get what I'm saying now, so that we will now arrange a boot camp, 5 days online training that we will now do everything about Forex trading. So, but for now, we have been able to learn what we really need to be able to use signals effectively.
Okay.
So
thank you.
If there are any questions, you can ask now before Mr. Daniel will leave the room.
Okay. Thank you.
So please ask me any question. If you have any question, go ahead. Anything that is not clear to you that you want to know.
Actually, before I do have problem with direct limit and I'm
Uh,
out.
Pending
I
order.
have
direct order
the
and pending order.
yeah, differentiate between either a trade is a direct execution or pending order. But this, but when you now explain everything now, it's very, very clear to me. Thank you.
All right, sir. So whenever a signal is being sent, just check, is it a buy limit, is it a sell limit, or is it sell? If it is sell, it means now. If it is buy, it means now. But if it is buy limit, it means just is a pending order. The sell limit is a pending, the buy stop or sell stop is a pending order. So just be sure of whichever one you're placing. But it's
Okay,
even
sir.
rare. Maybe it's once in a while that you even see pending order. Most of our trades will be direct execution. It's just once in a while that you see pending order. You understand?
Okay.
And this is the last thing I would advise us to learn, and which is whenever a trade is being called, 5 minutes after that moment, don't enter the trade again. If you miss it after 5 minutes, don't enter that trade again. It will be too risky for you. So if
Okay.
you miss the trade, probably for instance, maybe they send a trade 9 o'clock. If you don't enter the trade between 9:01, 9:02, 9:03, don't place the trade again. In fact, sometimes 3 minutes, market will have gone far. Like you would think maybe somebody is pushing the market to just go pew. So in fact, by
Especially gold.
9:02 self, and by 9:02, or let's say maximum of 3 minutes, you didn't enter the trade, just let it go and wait for another signal.
Okay.
So that's why you should always put your WhatsApp on notification. For instance, every signal that's been sent, you will get the notification directly that you know, okay, the signal has been sent. So you don't have to be on your phone all 24 hours, but make sure your phone is on notification. So that once the trade enter, you will hear the sound, then you check, okay, it's trade, then you place it. Simple. And that's all.
Then
Thank you, sir.
sometimes wait till your trade hits your stop loss. Don't close halfway. You will lose a lot of money because some trade eventually will not hit that stop loss. Sometimes some of us,
that's true.
you go ahead to
Fear,
close
out of fear.
a trade out of fear. It will not pay you. Leave it. Sometimes
Let me quickly explain something about that.
okay.
The reason why we use stop loss is because we are ready to lose some to make some. That is why you will notice that on every trade that is being called, you will see that there is a risk to reward ratio there. You will see the risk to reward ratio is probably maybe 1:2, 1:3, 1:4. Now, let me pick an instance. Let me see one of the trade we picked last week. Now, everybody, I believe we can see this here.
Yes.
Yes.
This is 1:1.2. It means we are ready to lose 1% of our money on whatever trade we place. We are ready to lose 1% to make 1.2%. So that is, sorry, who is that talking?
Don't worry, I will handle it from here.
Money point.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Hello, sir.
Once you get this trade, sell gold at this time now, it means you're ready to risk 1% to make 1.2%. That is, since your heart has been on the fact that you are ready to lose 1%. So until that 1% lose, don't close the trade.
Don't close it. Yes.
So if the 1% now lost, as in the market now hits your stop loss, now you accept that, okay, it's a risk to reward. I'm risking 1% to make 2%. That's why we call it risk to reward. So if you notice other trades, for instance, this one here is we are risking 1% to make 3.3%. So one thing you should understand is if we enter 10 trades in a day and we lose 7, how many percent have we lost?
7.
No, let somebody else answer. If you are following us, we enter 10 trades
7%.
in a day. It means we have lost 7%. Now, if we now make 3 of the trade ends in profit, let's say those trades are 1:3, 1:3, 1:3. How many percent are we making profit like that?
That would be 9. 3 times 3.
That's 9%. So at the end of the day, if you remove your loss from your profit, you are still on what? On profit over many.
Yeah. Of at least 2%.
That's 2%. Profit now profit. Now, it is never possible for us to lose 7 trades out of 10 in a week or in a day. It's not possible. Even in a day, and we make 7 as profit. So imagine if you're making 3 times 7 as your profit. That means you're making like 21% profit and you're losing just 9%. So if you minus your 21 from your 9%, you're still on a profit of 12% every day. You can't make less than this every day. So that's why forget about stop loss. Once a trade is stop loss, don't feel bad. There are other trades that will cover for it. That's why we have risk to reward. That's why on every trade that is being called, we will tell you the expected return. That is, we are risking 1% to make 3%. So think about lose. There's another one, buy USD card. We're using 1% to make 2%. Now, if we lose 1% here, we're already making 2%. If we lose 1% here, for instance, hold on. For instance, this particular trade, we risk 1% and we lost it. But yeah, we make 2%. So automatically, if you remove this 1% that is lost from this 1%, we are still on 1%. So profit is still profit. So don't bother yourself about a losing trade. Feel like you can lose. It's part of the game. It's part of the game. If you don't want to lose in this market, you can never make profit. In fact, you will still lose to the extent that you even think that Ogunwaye is not Ogunwaye. And let me warn you, no prayer can change the market. Maybe you are placing, for instance, some of you will still do this thing because I know the spirit behind this game. It will still push you when you get to live account. You will be using, everybody will think you're using 0.01, but you're already using 0.010, trying to outsmart all of us and outsmarting the market. God will now catch you. The market will not be going against you. Let me warn you with one hand. When we are losing $1, you're already losing $10. By that time, you will not be praying, God, let it come back. God will not hear that prayer. Because why you are praying, God, let it come back. Some people are praying, God, let it go up. Because as we are selling, so people are buying. So if God hear your own prayer, so God should not hear other people's prayer. So prayer doesn't work in Forex. Don't forget about it. I'm a pastor. Mr. Sampson is a good believer, he's a Christian. But this is the truth. The market is a game of analysis. It's the analysis that will speak. If the analysis says sell and somebody else analysis says buy. Now, if the person says is buying, I will not be convinced because I'm sure of what I analyzed and I'm selling. So if it now goes my direction, the person is losing, I'm making money. So it is the person loss that is becoming a profit for me. So what any year son, they mean me by as profit. So they not ban lose. What they mean on son, let me come back me as profit. So you cannot be praying, God, let it be to your favor because millions of people are trading at the same time. So which favor should it be for? So forget about it. That's why don't even bother risking it, trying to be smart. While others are using 0.01, you're trying to smart and say, I used one loss size. Funny enough, you might be lucky the first time, lucky the second time. In fact, for a whole week, you might be lucky. You think you're not to do it. But the next week, one day, you blow the account. Bam. Meanwhile, the rest of us, we are still bouncing on our profit. So please, don't try to outsmart yourself. Okay, go ahead. Ask your question.
I have a question, sir. Once the trade reach the sell limit or the buy limit on its own, will the trade stop on its own?
No. Once it hits buy limit or sell limit, that is when the market will be activated.
Okay.
It will be activated. Now, what you mean by sell limit or buy limit means the market.
Sorry, my question is the stop loss. I mean, take profit and the stop loss. Yes.
Yeah, if it is stop loss, once the market hits stop loss, it will stop automatically by itself. The meaning of stop loss means don't lose more than this particular amount. So once you get to that level, market will stop for you. And if it is profit,
I used to ask my friend Sam that like how many hours or how many does it take for a trade to initiate? Like So now say,
The thing is, you can't really determine the time. Sometimes some trade can take profit within 5 minutes. Sometimes 10 minutes. Sometimes it can take a whole 24 hours. Sometimes if you notice some of the trade will be dancing on loss until the second day. It's not a stop loss. The second day to not go back and take profits. So while you are scared and you close manually, others will not be eating the profits tomorrow.
Okay.
So you cannot determine the time. It depends on the movement of the market. If it is sharp, then it will eat it quick. If it is slow, it will take time. Any other question? Okay. In the absence of
other questions, Baba, thank you so much. We really
all right,
appreciate
thank you so
your
much,
time
Mr.
with us tonight. So God bless
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Amen. All right. Have a wonderful night rest.
Thanks so much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay. Good night. See ya.
Let us go back to our group and discuss the rest.